I'm your host, Peter Natchuna. Today I'm not alone because we are not talking about the Philadelphia Flyers. I'm with my what seems to be brand new co-host, John Margus Kapoor. How are we doing, Margus?
Yeah, pretty good, Pete. How are you doing? It's a nice summer day today. Been a pretty nice week. Um, Nice weekend too. How was your fourth, Pete?
It was great. A bunch of my family came over down to Ocean City. A bunch of cousins from California that I don't get to see a lot. They have a little cute, like 6-month-old that's pretty cute. So that was pretty fun. But besides that, just kind of relaxed and ready to talk some sports. And speaking of, here's the lineup for tonight. We'll lead it off with a very, 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 very disappointing U.S. men's national team close to the World Cup. The Philadelphia Phillies, MLB All Star Weekend, Zach Wheeler, Sanchez, all of it. Then, obviously, the hottest new thing in Philadelphia, the Philadelphia 76ers, and the shot LeBron, some of the Summer League things with the new draftee LeBron Filon Jr., and maybe interesting piece in Janai Broom. And lastly, it has resolved since a few days ago, but the college football 27 microtransaction stuff in offline modes. We'll talk about that for a little bit, and then we'll wrap it up. So let's start off the U.S. men's national team. I don't have anything pulled up for this because they don't deserve a shared screen. They fell 4-1 to Belgium. I want to say, I don't know, don't care. It was awful. It was embarrassing. I mean, they looked scared. Pulisic did not play well, especially.
Yeah, he did
Um,
not take the step up that a star for a team should have taken up. We've seen
no,
like Jude Bellingham on England. He can how he took over that game yesterday. We just don't have. I mean, we thought that star
yeah,
was Pulisic. Pulisic, he just didn't show up all World Cup. We had Ryan Balogun, and I mean, Balogun didn't really play that great. Belgium had their goal a couple minutes in, and then the whole like you could see the team just gave up on the game after that. We had
sure.
the and then we were
Um,
able to get momentum for one goal. Belgium came right back and scored, and I think the team just gave up after that, which was really, really disappointing to see.
and I will say that like this carried U.S. soccer because it did, and like those first 4 games in the group stage, even the game that they lost to Turkey, they played damn well. Like they did. They made us believe. They made us
Hmm.
believe for a slight little bit there. Obviously that's all you kind of want out of a team of this caliber, but like they're not that bad compared to Belgium, like how they showed. Like I truly believe that. I don't think they're as outclassed when they play Belgium as what they look like. Obviously, the thing with Balogun happened with the red card and it got overturned. Trump kind of made the phone calls. Um, and people and it sucks because that did take away from people thinking about the actual game and it got the politics and everything into it. But the
But I mean,
team,
I mean, everybody's known that FIFA's corrupt for a long time. So that was, I
yeah,
mean, if you've seen these Argentina games, Argentina should have maybe lost their last three games, and
for
the refs
sure.
have kind of got them.
But I mean, more than anything, it just didn't ever feel like it was gonna happen. It just like sometimes when you're watching a game, especially when your team's the underdog more than anything else, there's a moment there, even if it's just for a little bit in the beginning, you feel okay, we got it. Like it's gonna happen. We're gonna pull this off, and you didn't get that with this game. You didn't. Like Matt Freeze made a great save in like the first, what was it, 3 minutes of the game. He made like a great dive and save on a shot outside the box or whatever. Um, but I mean, tell me, I'm gonna pull up the score here. Like that's not uh, like there's nothing you can say. Like there's nothing you
Hmm.
can actually say about it because they were so bad. It wasn't inspiring. It wasn't good, and it sucks because now Pochettino's future as U.S. manager is now up in the air, and it shouldn't be. He did such a good job managing this team, getting them to a level where they can perform, right? And
Hmm.
it just sucks that they went out. Like my philosophy with this whole thing was like get to the point where they did get to, like the quarterfinal. and give it a good fight, though. And that was a
Hmm.
very important part for me. You got to make it a good fight to get past whoever you play, right? And they didn't. Like they just went out sad. Like it looked almost like they gave up.
I mean, they did give up on me after that second goal. We had the goal. We made it 1-1. Belgium went right back down and scored the goal, and then yeah,
I mean,
we didn't put up a fight against them after that. I believe it was maybe the 32nd or 33rd minute when they got that goal.
31st minute, the U.S. scores off
Hmm.
another free kick from Malik Tillman, who had a great free kick against Bosnia the game before and did another great job on the free kick scoring there. But
Hmm.
after that, they never really had another real good chance. Like you look at the stats, we only had 6 shots, they had 15. Right? We only had 2 shots that ended up being on target. And somehow, some way, we dominated the possession. Not dominated, but we won the possession battle, right? And that's what
Yep.
we like to do the whole tournament. It just never felt like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, and that means, I mean, that means when you win the possession thing and you don't have all those shots, that just means you're doing a whole lot of nothing with the ball. Which I mean, that's just
yeah.
basic efficiency. If you have the ball but you're not doing anything with it, I mean, you need to put up shots to score goals. I don't know why the team, we just weren't being that all aggressive at all. And like we could see
No.
Belgium when they didn't have the ball as much as, but when they had it, they were being aggressive all game,
And
and that's what gave them the edge.
and if you look at the stats we won, right? Like possession, passes, pass accuracy. Okay, those three things go hand in hand. If you have the ball more, you're gonna have the you're gonna have pass more, and most of the time, especially with the shot number, you're gonna have a high pass accuracy because you're not doing a whole lot.
Mhm.
And an offsides is like, okay, you weren't dumb for one play. Like that's kind of what offsides is in every sport that has offsides. But I mean, there's two guys for this team that stand out to me, and it's very clear when you look at the ratings: Matt Freeze and Tim Ream. I mean, Matt Freeze, awful.
I
He
mean, yeah,
made a
that
he made a few saves at the beginning that were like, okay, we kind of trust him, and he played well for the first few minutes there, but like didn't really give you a reason to like think that he was going to be the reason you win the game.
that one
Um,
play where he came out of the goal and he just
yeah,
forgot how
and
to kick a soccer
that's
ball and they got a free goal. Like that's just
and
stupidity. That's a
that's
deer in headlights. That's just not like we want our goalies to be confident. I was just not a confident play by him, and he lets a goal in. Like
and not only that,
stupid soccer.
the two guys I'm talking about, Ream and Freeze, both made huge mistakes on that play.
Hmm.
Tim, first of all, Matt Freeze comes out to about where Richards is, if not where Adams is here,
Yeah,
and
all
tries
the
to
way
kick
out
the
of the
ball.
goal.
And that's fine. Be aggressive. But what really happened was when he kicked, he what was the kicker's name? Yunwei Koo. He kicked the ground mid kick and couldn't recover. And they shoot the ball and Reem kind of backfills where Freeze should be. And this got me more mad than Freeze doing the dumb thing. Tim Ream, the captain, goes back and he misses the kick as the ball is coming towards the net.
Yeah,
He
I
missed
mean,
it. He completely missed it, and I respect the effort, but like it was right there. It wasn't like a very hard thing to make. He should have had that, and that got me very very upset. At least in the moment. And obviously, I wish I could play it for you guys, but whatever. YouTube won't let me.
I
But
am gonna dis yeah, I'm gonna
it's
disagree
just
with that because I think it's Freeze's job as the goalie to stay in the goal. And if you're going out of the goal to kick the ball, you should really kick the ball instead of whiffing on a kick and giving them like Reem, he was going back to defend. That's a hard ball to defend, and you can't use your hands if you're not a goalie. So I'm not gonna be as harsh on him. He was doing what he could to stop it. But yeah, Freeze should not have left the goal at all in that situation. If you are gonna leave it to kick a ball, you gotta kick the ball, you know? And he just didn't do that.
I understand it because that's kind of the way he plays sometimes. From the very little I've watched him since he's left the Union. Um, But I understand it. But Reem missing it was just like kind of another kick in the nuts, like just a cherry on top of how bad he performed that game. He just did. But like you look at the ratings, right? Besides Freeman, who just really didn't do too much, didn't try to risk too much, and that's kind of why he has a 6.3 there. Every other rating's below 6.
Mhm.
Like, no one played well. I mean, Christian Pulisic, more than anyone, was disappointing because he got hurt. And obviously he got hurt, but like he just wasn't good. And not only was he not good in this game, he wasn't good in this tournament. I think that's where I have my gripes with
He
him
was
more.
very underwhelming. I mean, he's supposed to be the leader of the team. He's supposed to be Captain America, and he's just not playing. Like he's not like we were saying Bellingham on England. We're seeing Messi and all those guys on Argentina. We're Mbappe on France. We're seeing these guys take control of games, and he's not being aggressive enough to do that. I don't know if
And
he has the capability to be like an Mbappe or a Bellingham or anything like that, but he's not even trying to show it. He's not going out and trying to shoot goals, you know? He's playing soft. He's playing not aggressive.
yeah. And we're not saying that Christian Pulisic is on the same level as Kylian Mbappe or Lionel Messi or uh any or even Lamine Yamal, right? He's not.
Hmm.
You'd be a psychopath to say they're on the same level. But we're saying you've seen guys who are the appointed guys on their team,
Hmm.
you know? And Pulisic, I know he was hurt for a little bit there. That's kind of where I've defended him a little bit because, you know, I'm a Philly sports fan and I'm very used to defending players with injuries, but but even beyond that, he wasn't good. He never was great, right? Like, I guess Tillman too was a 6.8, but like it's just the whole team was disappointing. Balogun didn't really have too many chances to do much, but when he did, he didn't do well. Especially after responding to the red card being overturned and everything, that didn't help.
Hmm.
But there's really not much more to say because it was just depressing and awful, and that night was awful. They lost that game, and then the moment I got in my car coming back home from my great grandparents' house, Claude Giroux signed with the Senators, and that was a kick in the nuts too. So that whole night, I would like to forget. However, you know, it was depressing to watch. It was deflating.
Hmm.
I mean, if one word to summarize the USMNT's run would be like
Disappointing.
really why just because how bad that last game was.
I know. They gave us hope. They brought our hopes up, and they just.
I think
I
it
mean,
I would describe it as more so underwhelming than disappointing because they were good at times, but once you got to the highest of highs, they never responded to go higher.
mhm.
If you know what I mean. Like after they won their group, they didn't really, and they beat Bosnia. They didn't really get back to taking it a step up. But
I will
I
also
mean,
say that the team they re-invoked all the hate that we got from all the European countries when we said that we were good, and they play like how they said we would play, you know. And we're
yeah,
America. We don't
Eh,
listen to what Europe has to say, but
no.
it looks like the guys on the team were listening and they were agreeing with what the Europeans were saying about us.
One thing I will say before we move on to the Phillies and the All Star break and all that good stuff is, um, this was the year it felt like you were gonna take the step. It felt like the World Cup you were gonna take the step with Pochettino as your manager now, taking a step forward to beat a Belgium, a Portugal, an Argentina, one of those top teams.
Mhm.
Not win the whole thing, not even go to the finals. Just maybe win a semifinal, like go to the semifinal and like beat one of those teams on the way, right?
Mhm.
Um, and it's unfortunate that they didn't. But to the people that say Pochettino shouldn't be the manager you're on, most World Cup managers get 4 years to prepare with their team. Pochettino got two, and he still took this team to heights that we really haven't seen in a while, right?
Mhm.
So besides that, there's nothing really else to say. I think You pay him whenever he wants to get paid. You keep him on as the manager for another World Cup. And if he does the same thing in the next World Cup, then fine, maybe go find another manager. But I find it hard to believe they're going to find someone else that can do what he did.
Hmm.
But if that's all we have on the USMNT, and we'll talk World Cup final when that happens, and
It's looking
Vargentino wins it.
looking
Um,
like FIFA's going to try to make it Argentina France
yeah,
if my corruption senses are correct.
feels like it.
Hmm.
But next, the Philadelphia Phillies, who are actually currently playing the game, is currently at the top of the sixth inning. 1-0 Phils. Alec Boehm is up to bat and just hit Tarek Skubal in the ankle. Oh no, not Skubal. Their reliever. Sorry, but they're looking good there. I'll give you guys updates as the segment goes on. But the very first thing we're going to talk about with the Philadelphia Phillies MLB All Star, whatever, is the Zach Wheeler thing. Because you can't talk about Sanchez or who they're going to try to trade for after it without first talking about the big news story in Zach Wheeler um, basically saying F you to the MLB and not taking the All Star bid.
Hmm. And I, for one, I kind of agree with that decision. I mean, he's obviously one of the best pitchers in the NL. He deserved to be on that original team. He's not an alternate, and I mean,
No.
I agree with that. If you're saying, oh, maybe you're good enough now when these guys are opting out, or like Zach Wheeler's better than the guys that are opting out or whatever in front of him. He should have been there in the first place,
He
and
should
that's
have been,
like,
he a billion percent should have been on the initial
mhm, yeah.
roster.
It
Sorry.
was disrespectful that he wasn't on that, and it's kind of like a coke thing for them to say, maybe you are if these guys don't want to play. But yeah, if I
And
mean, it would have been fun to see him play in Philly for the All-Star game
yes.
and be with, I think it's six other Phillies who are going to be there. But
Yeah.
I agree. It's like, yeah, F you to the MLB. Like, I'm better than these guys. I should have been playing instead of them.
So here it is. The ESPN, Jeff Passan, whoever. Phillies ace Zach Wheeler says he declined an invitation to be added to the NL All Star roster, adding that he felt disrespected by being snubbed multiple times. Wheeler said he was invited to join the roster Friday, but said he wasn't going to just be their fifth option. Um, the only gripe I have with this decision is kind of like, well, it is at home. Like it's a home All Star game, right? So it would kind of be cool for you to pitch in your home ballpark with all the other best players in baseball, as well as like for your kids and your wife and everyone to be there in Philly, so you get the reception and pitch there. Um, Besides the fact that it's home, like I kind of get it. Zach Wheeler has been a guy who's been phenomenal for the Philadelphia Phillies for however many years he's been here. He's dealing this year since coming back from the blood clot, right? He's a guy who's been reliable for them, gets better when the pressure's on, right? So the fact he wasn't an all star was a slap in the face for sure. Um, and I get it. And if the All Star game was anywhere else but Philly, I wouldn't have any gripes with it. Like you know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
but I respect it, right? He's been a pitcher who's been so good this year. Pitched today, had 14 strikeouts in his start before today. Um, just so reliable, so good at what he does. Um, and really just does his job well, right? And the fact he wasn't an initial All Star is a joke. Is a joke. I mean, the guy is so good at baseball, and he
Mhm.
just
Like,
doesn't get
yeah,
the,
as I
doesn't
was
get the
saying,
recognition.
he's definitely
Like
one of the best pitchers in the NL. He just definitely deserved to be on that original team. But
he should have been on the initial roster over
mhm.
a Logan Webb. Hell, I'll make the stand and say he should have been on the roster instead of Paul Skeens, who has a below 500 record, whose ERA is like I think like 2.32 or something like that, higher than Wheeler's, and Wheeler had beat him in a start prior to that.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily
If
agree
you're
all the
gonna
way
if
because
you're gonna put Pirates pitcher, put Ashcraft, who's been phenomenal this year. But Paul Skeens has been awful, and his team has been awful when he pitches.
Yeah, it is kind of the name of Paul Skeens. Like he's one of the biggest
Yeah,
names in baseball right now.
and
But
I
yeah,
understand that, but like, take a look at the stats. Like,
hmm
here we go.
only reason I would disagree on that one point is that Skeens is playing on the Pirates, and I mean Wheeler's playing on a team that's competing to win their division.
Yeah, but he's a
But
big part of that, and
yeah,
and 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 Skeens is like 6-9 or 6-8 right now.
hmm
I mean, let me find his stats here. Okay, there. I mean, just the base stats. He's 9-1, and this is before this game finishes, and he gets the result, but he can't get the loss. I don't believe.
hmm
So he's at least 9-1 with a 2.28, 98 Ks, and a .91 WHIP.
hmm
And
and just
before, and this is before, before the All-Star break, he had like a 1.98, and he
mhm.
gave up a run in a different game.
Yeah, and just pulling up the Pirates page, all their leading statistics for pitching is all Ashcraft. Like
Exactly.
Skeens isn't playing like he might be the most talented, but he's not playing like he's the best pitcher on this roster.
And you
We're
go
saying
to, yeah, and then you go to what's happening
Skeens right now is
today.
yeah, Skeens right now is a 3.58. And what was it? Wheeler's 2.3 something?
2.38, I think.
Yeah. That's more than a whole point above him.
Yes. And another thing, look at what Wheeler did today. And he might not be done, whatever. And JT scores a run for us. 5 innings, 2 hits, 7 Ks. Bam. Makes his ERA at 2.15.
Mhm.
You go to what he did um, the other night, the first Reds game, I believe. Yeah. 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run, 14 Ks, which made his ERA 2.28, not 2.38.
Mhm.
Why is this guy not why wasn't this guy an all-star?
Because Paul
It's
Skeens is dating Libby Dubs, that's probably why.
yeah. To quote DeMarcus Cousins, it's getting ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Had to pull that out. But
Mhm.
like, he's done exceptionally well for this Phillies team, and the fact he was an all-star initially is a slap in the face, and then Jesus Luzardo and Ashcraft replace him or above him on the replacement list is another slap in the face. Shout out Jesus Luzardo.
Mhm.
Like he said, it's bullshit. It's a BS rule that the way the pitching days lined up that they didn't want to put him on because of his arm or whatever. That's all ridiculous.
Mhm.
But another thing with the Philadelphia Phillies, now that we talked about the Wheeler thing, is a report came out today. They're interested in the Arizona Diamondbacks outfielder, right-handed hitter. Let me see if I'm saying this right. Lourdes Gurriel Jr., who has been good at some points in his life at baseball. Um, I wouldn't say that about this year. He's hit 216 with only 2 homers, 20 RBIs, and only a 565 OPS. Do not trade for this man. Don't do it. No, no.
Who would be the guy we would trade away?
Who knows? But I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm sick and tired. I'm sorry. I'm sick and tired of Dan Dombrowski getting on the phones and making a move for a right-handed bat that isn't a needle mover when you get him and when he comes here.
Mhm.
Obviously, Harris Bader was better than I thought, but like didn't feel like a needle mover at the time. Was better than I thought. I'll give Bader that. But
Mhm.
Austin Hayes, dud. Max Kepler in the offseason, dud. Obviously, Adolis Garcia got hurt, but dud. I'm sick of these right-handed outfielder bat moves that don't move the needle when you're in contention. Oh, he's safe. It's getting to a point where, okay, well, are you even trying to win? And bringing a guy who's hitting 216 with 2 homers and a 565 OPS is not going to help you beat the Dodgers. It's not.
Just not.
It's just not. His team won 9 to 3 yesterday. And in 5 at bats, he struck out once and then got out every other time.
No hits. Just
He just
uneventful.
doesn't. He
He doesn't
doesn't
move the
do
needle.
anything. He doesn't move the needle to help you beat the Dodgers, as you see when his team beat them 9-3, and he did contribute. And then also, he's just never been a superstar that moves the needle anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Go after Byron Buxton, literally anybody not named Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Really. But that aside, there's obviously going to be more stuff that comes out as the trade deadline looms closer. But another Phillies rumor, or not rumor, but another Phillies related thing with the All-Star game. Christopher Sanchez is the All-Star starting pitcher for the National League over guys like Jacob Mizorowski, Paul Skeens, Brian Ashcraft, all of them. Now, to be fair, Jacob Mizorowski did miss his last start due to fatigue with his arm. Hope he's all good there. But this is really cool. I am going to be
Yeah.
at the game, so I am going to be able to see it. I don't know if you're going or not.
My little brother's going. I was not offered. Well, we went to the Rose Bowl and he didn't go to the Rose Bowl, so we said you can go to the All-Star game. We won't be going to it. We'll be watching it from the couch. But yeah, it will be exciting to see Sanchez pitch in Philly too.
Yeah,
that's a good
part.
Opening
inning or two.
Mm-hmm.
He deserves this. Go from in the Tampa Bay Rays system, not really a prominent prospect, to getting traded for Curtis Mead, and then coming here doing what he did for the past few years, getting slowly better and better, and eventually, sadly, passing Ranger Suarez last year in the rotation, has been just a sight to see. And I thought he should be the All-Star starter no matter what, because it does matter where the game's being played.
Yeah.
It just does, right? Like, it does. It's a cool achievement for the guy, especially. It's going to be a cool moment for him to be on the mound and get that ovation when they're announcing the starting lineups, right? Like, it's just cool, right? Like, it's a classy move by Dave Roberts to make him the starting pitcher, and he's been phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
He's been one of the top 3 pitchers in baseball, I think. I mean, he doesn't really, throw the heat all the time, but he has that changeup that's just
he doesn't need the heat. He's good enough where he doesn't need the heat.
He just throws the off speed, especially his changeup and his curve that just kind of get people in the ground and get ground balls and get the outs. So that's really it for that. I mean, there's obviously not much to talk about. The guy's going to be starting the game. We'll talk about how he performs, I guess. Besides that, that's cool. That's a cool moment for the guy more than anything else, and it's cool for the fans. And then let's check out the standings for the Philadelphia Phillies. So you look here to the NL East. The Philadelphia Phillies are 2 games behind the Atlanta Braves, and they are up 5-0 against the Detroit Tigers in the top of the 6th inning, with runners on first and second, with Schwarber up right now. And also, the Braves and Marlins do play today, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So this obviously is not set.
2 back.
It's obviously not set in stone yet going into the All-Star break. But you're in a good spot.
We definitely have caught up a lot to Atlanta in the last couple of weeks, which is good. I mean, if we have that momentum coming into the break, we could definitely take over that spot a couple weeks into the back stretch of the season. And we're also firmly on the wild card, which is never going to be a bad thing.
Yes, I think we're tied for the first wild card with the Chicago Cubs.
We're half a game behind them. But yeah, basically.
Whatever, same thing. Assuming they win tonight. The one thing I'll say about the NL East is the Braves are starting to fall off, and I think I do want to say I do predict the Phillies to end up winning the division. But how about the Fish in Miami, man? The Marlins have been playing great baseball, and I'm a little scared of them because a young, hot team that's kind of fun. I hate to admit it. Hanging in there could move the needle in the NL East and be a problem.
They're going to be a player in the back. If they keep playing like how they have been playing, they're going to be a player. And I mean,
they're definitely going to make the playoffs. At least I hope they make the playoffs. Honestly,
more than likely be a wild card team, but they could. I mean, they're
I
only a
hope.
game behind us. They could definitely compete for that top spot in the
Uh,
East.
yes, for sure. They're only 3 games out, and the deadline. Who knows what they're going to do? And
Hmm.
they're young, so they're not really going to get too fatigued. I don't believe. Um, but if nothing else, like if you look at it, the Mets are buried. They're in the coffin. It's over. They're dead. Probably going to lose Bo Bichette in the offseason if I had to bet it. Um, Washington Nationals. They're a fun, exciting team with Josh. No, what's his name? James Wood and C.J. Abrams and those guys. But they don't have pitching. They don't have a bullpen, especially. We saw that
Hmm.
when they played us a few weeks ago. So I don't think they're going to be a playoff team. I don't think they got the juice for it, unless they get like 3 or 4 good relievers. Then maybe, right? But then you look at the top 3 guys. I think they all make the playoffs.
Hmm.
I think the Fish make it. I think we make it. I think the Braves make it. In what order? Only God knows, right?
Hopefully
Like
we're in front, but I would
gut
if we're a wild card
feeling,
team, we're going to be a scary wild card team, you
yes.
know,
Gut
with the
feeling
power we have.
says, gut feeling says, Phillies, Braves, Marlins, and then like we play. We're probably gonna be either second or third division winner, and then play, whoever,
Hmm.
right? Um, and who knows? Maybe the Dodgers slow down. And you can get the first seed, but I doubt it. Um, but they're in a good spot. Just real quick talking about them. They're in a good spot to head towards head towards a good season in the going into the All-Star break. They're in a good spot with the division. They're in a good spot for their playoff position as well. And I am excited to see what they do at the deadline. If they can get better, if they can continue their momentum here. But we'll have to see, right? It's
Hmm.
not a guarantee. Who knows? But it feels like a year you can't let slip away, right? Like it feels like a chance to win a World Series and compete and beat the Dodgers, so you have to go all in. I feel like on the once the trade deadline arrives, I feel like that's something you gotta jump at every opportunity to make your team a needle mover, and that goes into the All Star game. And I saw this. Trevor Plouffe said it on Talking Baseball for John Boy Media, and I am going to steal his idea because I said it to my dad in the confidentiality of our home before that video came out. Mike Trout, every time he comes up to bat in the All Star game, standing O. I don't
Hmm.
care. We should all be standing up in Citizens Bank Ballpark when Mike Trout comes out to bat and not sit down for the entire damn at bat. If
Hmm.
there's even a slight chance in his mind he wants to come home to Philly and play baseball, that might move the needle.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about Guerrero doesn't move the needle. Someone who definitely does move the needle is Mike
Mike
Trout,
Trout, yeah.
and he's homegrown. He's a big Eagles fan. You know,
And like, listen, I
he would
don't,
love playing for the Phillies.
and like, listen, I don't think it's gonna happen. Obviously, the no trade clause he wants to win in Anaheim with the Los Angeles Angels. Will
Which
never
he's
happen,
not.
Mike.
Yeah.
Never happen. Um,
The second they
but
traded Otani was the
if there's
second that
well,
you're not.
second he signed with the
I mean, the
Dodgers for
second he
sure.
signed away, but
Yeah,
the second they
same
lost
thing.
him was the second that their playoff
Um,
odds dropped to zero.
but it's like if there's any sliver of hope that he might change his mind and Philly might be the team standing up, okay,
Hmm.
every at that, because that will be like, oh well, I'm not even a Philly yet, and hell, I'm playing for the opposite league of their team, but in the ballpark, they're doing this for me. Then when he's getting in his car, going home in Jersey for the day before he goes back to Anaheim, he might think, "Let me call my agent." Yeah, the reception I got was really special. So could a trade to Philly be possible? Right? Like
Hmm.
I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen, even if we do the whole standing O thing. But there's other reasons as well. Like one, it's a cool moment for the guy that's from Philly. Birds fan, big Philly sports fan who shows up in October when his team should be playing playoff baseball,
Hmm.
but he's on the Angels and he's at Eagles games. Cool.
Yeah, like.
It's his hometown, and give the guy the moment of like he's back in the All Star game for the first time in however many years. It's a cool moment for the guy, and everyone in Philly loves him. And I respect the whole staying with one team for your whole career, but that's going to hurt your legacy because you're never going to win in Anaheim. No one
Somewhere
ever
he definitely
wins.
could win is in Philadelphia, though. With
Yes.
this team that we have right now, if we get
Um,
him, we are. And our
no
windows, we
other.
were saying this a couple weeks ago, our window to
Yeah.
win is closing.
Yes.
His window to win is closing too. I mean, if he comes, we
Like,
have a much better shot of winning anything.
and also, no one wins in Anaheim. No sport, no team that plays in Anaheim, Anaheim Ducks, ever win anything ever. So maybe you should just leave there. You don't want to be in the same city as stupid Cutter Gauthier. So like, just leave, come to Philly,
Mm,
be with guys like Trevor Zegras, Lane Johnson, and just watch. And hey, you don't even have to really move at all because you have a house in Jersey that's 2 seconds away anyway. And then if you really love Anaheim that much, in the winter, go down to Newport Beach.
I
Go
mean,
go go there. We don't need you in the winter.
as
We
someone
love
who's
you.
been to Los Angeles in the winter, I will say I do prefer to be in a warmer city than being in Philly.
If that's the move, if that's what's making you, it's like, well, I live
Hmm
right by a
we
beach.
don't need you in the
Well,
winter.
after you win the World Series, go back to Newport Beach, okay?
Hmm
For the months of November, December, January, February, March, and then
Actually, he may want to stay in the winter if we have a certain player heading to the 76ers. I would want to stay.
a certain. And I feel like that's a perfect segue into what we're talking about next. And it's yeah,
Mhm.
just that. So we'll start off with the first update that we have on the second greatest player of all time, LeBron James. This happened a few days ago. Brian Windhorst reported on the We Are Cavs Nation show or whatever stupid thing in Cleveland that he was on. And also, I
hmm
don't trust Windhorst 1,000% because LeBron has dissed Windhorst on the Pat McAfee show before.
Yeah.
Um, but
But
any
it wasn't
any
LeBron and Windhorst.
crumbs,
It was a
any
source that
any
works
crumbs
probably
I can
works
get.
closely with it's a source
Yeah.
that probably works closely with LeBron that told
Mhm.
Windhorst that. It wasn't LeBron telling Windhorst. So it's someone
But
close to
also,
LeBron that's telling that to Windhorst.
yes, but also any crumbs I can get to keep the hope alive, I'm gonna take.
Yeah.
Um, so the report is, let's not just dance around it. Report is LeBron James has a done deal with a team other than the Cleveland Cavaliers, according to a good source that told Brian Windhorst whatever day it was.
hmm
It's got to be. The only other team then is Miami, and Bam Adebayo just punched his former teammate at a summer league game, and I don't think you want to join a team that has that situation going on. And I get the appeal of playing with the Giannis Antetokounmpo, but like, where's the spacing?
hmm
Where's the guard on that
it's
team?
three big. It's three bigs. It's LeBron,
Where's this? Where's the
Giannis.
spacing? Where's the spacing? Where's the shooting? Where's the point guard to get everyone the ball and for you not to be the second option? And that's a part of it too. I've heard from reports and everything that part of his decision is he doesn't want to be a second or third option.
Mhm.
On Philly, you'd be the fourth or fifth option. Just right, like go through it. Right, Cleveland, he'd be the second option, if not the first option. Right, obviously, like
Yeah.
Donovan Mitchell. Also, I don't see him
He's
wanting.
he's number two. He's ahead of James Harden
Yes,
in
I
Cleveland
also don't see him wanting to play with James Harden.
because James Harden's James Harden. If you didn't know.
Yes, and he will never win anything.
And they already said he's not going to the Cavs. Other possibility could
But like
be
also
Minnesota.
Minnesota, but I don't think that. And everyone says Minnesota is better for
I
LeBron
think
to win, and
his
I disagree.
personality will butt heads with Ball and with Ant and
I think
with
more LaMelo Ball than anything else because he does not like
yeah.
LeVar Ball,
But
and LeVar Ball.
Ant has quite the ego, and I don't know how that'll work
In my opinion, I
with
think he'd be
LeBron
fine with
James.
Ant, but I think he'd be fine with Anthony Edwards because they have like kind of the same vibe, and they seem pretty friendly at the Olympics. But
Yeah,
I think LaMelo Ball would be a problem with LeBron because
especially his dad.
he would say something stupid that his dad would say something stupid that LeBron would
Hmm
clap back. And I
Yeah,
don't think they're better. I just don't think they're better than us if they get LeBron, even either way. And it's in the West, and he doesn't really want to be in the West. And the other option, obviously, is the Heat, but I don't think they're better than us. And here's another update of LeBron James today. This very day, he's playing golf in Jersey, apparently. Um, LeBron James playing golf in New Jersey today. Maybe that means they're just meeting at Voorhees or whatever with the Sixers, or maybe that just means he's golfing everywhere to throw people off.
Yeah,
Um, it's a good update. It's a promising update because we're idiots and we're just going to delude ourselves into
yeah.
whatever
But
we want to happen.
if he's coming somewhere closer to us, that would if he's near to a deal somewhere, you would think that maybe he's close to that city, you know?
Yeah. I mean, hey, I don't see why he wouldn't. Like, if I was LeBron James, this is where I'd go.
Hmm.
Mainly just because how
We
good the
we have the
roster
best
is.
roster right now. It's not OKC or San Antonio, and a roster like one of those teams, he kind of gets swallowed up into that, you know? Like they have too many good players. He's a perfect addition because we need another good big, basically. We have great point guard. We have MVP candidate wing. We have an former MVP candidate center, and Edgecombe is very athletic. Other wing, we're going to have Phylon coming off the bench. We just need another good big, and that's LeBron
And if
James.
you look at the lineup right now. Oh my god, fucking CBS. Um, this is right now, obviously.
Hmm.
Maxi, VJ, JB. It feels weird saying he's a Sixer. Oh my lord. Dean Wade, Joel Embiid. Well,
Hmm.
think about it this way: LeBron comes in, he slots in this power forward rather nicely. Oh my god, CBS, lock in, dude. Um,
Gonna get an ad blocker.
I do. This is low production. Okay, we're not developed yet. Okay, this isn't a top tier show yet. Um, just real quick, so it doesn't. Oh my god, shit. Okay, wait. Let me lock in here. Okay, there we go. So it goes Maxi, VJ, JB, Dean Wade with the bench being like Phylon, Simons, Justin Edwards, Barlow, Bona, and Hookapori. But slotting LeBron at this power forward position becomes rather deep. Because
Yeah.
then Dean Wade just slides to the second spot in the power forward position.
Hmm.
Barlow becomes your third option as a power forward, who I thought played pretty well last season. And then he could play. He'd have more flexibility with this position. Obviously, the center position would be a little rough.
Hmm.
But that's just like you're getting LeBron
Because
James. Who
I
cares?
mean, Embiid also is going to be playing a lot of games, so maybe we could see moments where
Mhm.
LeBron might be playing some more center, more flexible center position, and we could have Wade still in at forward. I
Or
mean,
or even like a Barlow plays center for a game, or maybe Broom takes a step and isn't the worst basketball player ever. Or this, I forget his name, the white guy on the summer league team's playing pretty well. I forget his name. Um, but like then you get a bench unit of honestly, you probably just slide Barlow up to where Edwards is then,
mhm,
and have him be the backup small forward because he's better than Justin Edwards. Sorry, but then your second unit becomes Phylon, Simons, Edwards, I guess Dean Wade,
Dean Wade, and
Bona, and
then
then Bona, and then what's his face? Um,
Barlow.
Barlow, either wherever Edwards is here or Walker is there. Like it
Mhm.
gets deeper that
Yeah,
way, right? Obviously it doesn't help the backup center thing, which is you know something.
weaker spot. Yeah.
Um, but it makes the team infinitely better. And people say, well, go down the list of players on the Sixers. Okay, Maxi, just a hooper, needs like wants the ball, but
He's an
he can
excellent point
play.
guard. He gets better every
However,
single year.
he can play off ball for the first 2 to 3 years of his career with Ben Simmons and James Harden. He needed to play off the ball at the two guard sometimes or off the
Hmm.
bench. He needed to play off ball and get open and be able to contribute without the ball in his hands. So he does have that element to him.
Hmm.
VJ obviously is a hooper, likes to have the ball, but can contribute on defense more than anything else. Very athletic, very, very easy to get him incorporated. And he is a very, very young talent. So it's not going to be super hard to get him to be all hush hush about having the ball because he seems like a
Hmm.
very coachable guy. And they're going to play faster too. And him with his athleticism seems like a guy that's very easy to get the ball to in a fast paced
Hmm.
system.
Just imagine that team in a fast break too with LeBron and Brown
And
and
then
all that.
Jalen Brown getting to Jaylen Brown. He's also very athletic, but he's more of a pure hooper where he like needs the ball almost, right? Like
Yeah, but he
at
is used to playing
times,
as a second option in Boston, where
obvious,
Jason Tatum was ahead of him.
yes, obviously, but like it kind of feels like if you're going to get the most out of Jaylen Brown, sometimes you need to have him have the ball, and I
Mhm.
understand that. But then at the power forward, LeBron would be there, and he's a hooper, right? But I feel like he's willing to
He's
take a
the
back
hooper.
seat. He's willing to take a back seat for his last few
Yeah,
years, and
I mean, this is probably gonna be his last year.
yeah, like I don't know if it's
It's
a one
one
year,
last
two
shot for him to
year,
get that number 5
what,
ring.
yeah, whatever he's doing, but he
Hmm.
can take a step back. He's a good playmaker as well. Um, and then obviously Embiid cannot play off ball at all because it's Joel Embiid, and he's what I think to be the greatest pure talented center we've seen in 30 years since.
Offensively talented, I would say.
Yes. Well, he was great defensively too when he wasn't
Hmm.
in the hospital.
He's lost some mobility, but he's still
When he
one of the
was
best.
when he
When
was
he has the ball,
mobile,
when he has the ball, he's one of the best scoring threats in the NBA.
yes. And
Still.
obviously the defense isn't there anymore, but
Mm.
he was a great defensive center when he was at his peak and whatever else.
Yeah,
Because people don't recognize that because he was so great offensively, especially down in the post, and he still has the offensive game. But then
but you
you
still have to
slide.
remember, we're not gonna have Joel Embiid from 5 years ago. We're gonna have this Joel Embiid who is less mobile. He isn't as good on defense, and we're gonna need LeBron to pick up some of his defensive slack.
Which
Which,
I think would not be the worst thing ever,
yeah,
but
but like you can't trust LeBron to be picking up all this.
and it's
Like he's
understandable.
still
And the
LeBron, you know.
defense
He's
and
not.
the, and the defense becomes questionable. But I
Mhm.
thought I saw Maxey take a good step in defense last year. Wasn't great. Wasn't
Yeah,
wasn't a guy that you felt confident in guarding the point guard of the other team, but he wasn't a guy like you were like, oh, but there's a bucket, right? Like
I mean, Edgecombe's still looking to be an excellent defender. Jalen Brown's a pretty good defender too. Fallon coming off the bench, he's going to be
he's gonna
like
be
another really
a
good defender. We have defenders on this team that just not
yes.
bigs that are
But
defenders.
what I was saying before also was like, okay, Phylon Hooper that loves the ball. Simon, same thing. Justin Edwards is Justin Edwards. He's a
Hmm.
get the ball whenever he needs to. But like Barlow's more of a defensive guy, and all the centers are not really ball dominant besides Embiid. So they're not overdosing on the Hooper pill, I wouldn't say, of guys who just like to score and have the ball. But I think LeBron balances out enough where it's like, okay, well, no, I think it could work even with all the guys that like to score. You know, like
Hmm.
that was kind of the whole thing of point of that, rant that I just kind of went on that I lost track of.
Hmm.
Um, but this team would be significantly better with LeBron. I don't think there's another option for him to win with a different team.
I mean, yeah, maybe Miami, but I don't think he's going to like take the role at point guard. And he's already
Like
been Miami too. This is a new city, a city that he has. I mean, you've seen the picture of him with the Eagles jersey on. He would like Philly, I think. The fans would love
I
him. If you win in Philly, you could be anyone and people will love you. You know?
I will say, and I want to get your take on this. Winning in a fourth city and being the only player to win in four cities, if, like greatly more impacts his legacy
Mhm.
than winning in Cleveland again or Miami again.
Yeah. And if he goes, like he's not, Windhorst said he's almost definitely not going back to Cleveland. If he does go back, that's 3 trips to Cleveland. And if he doesn't win, that's 3 times he's been to Cleveland and only one ring to show for it. Like that's not that successful. And he probably wouldn't win with that roster. It's just going to be him and Mitchell. Harden's not, I mean, Harden hasn't been getting better with age. They don't have players to the caliber of Maxey and Jalen Brown and Joel Embiid
Embiid and
and VJ Edgecombe
VJ
and LeBaron Fallon. We just have
and Anthony
all these
Simons,
just dudes. Yeah, we just have dudes all over. And with LeBron,
which
like a lot of really good dudes.
that contract of 6.4 for Anthony Simons are looking better by the day, considering Gary
Hmm.
Trent Jr. just got paid $64 million. Um, Rich Paul did that for Gary Trent, but
Hmm.
um, because I think his story in Cleveland's over. I think
Yeah.
winning that reign 3-1 against the Warriors in 16, I believe, and being that Warriors team, especially winning that reign for the city when he came back to Cleveland, I think was a perfect storybook ending for his way in Cleveland. right?
Hmm.
And even in 2018 when he was like a beast, right? It didn't win it, but he was still dominant, right? Like I think that's a good place to leave off it, leave off the story Cleveland, right? Like
Hmm.
be like, well, I did my time. I love that city. That's where I am. That's where I'm probably gonna retire. Even if I play for the Sixers, I'll probably sign a 1-day contract
Yeah,
and like
like Kyle Lowry
retire
just
a
did.
Cav, right? Um, but like it's over, right? And,
Yeah,
and in the story of Miami, I feel like you can't replace what you did with the Heatles, right? Like that lineup.
I mean it's gonna be
Um,
another pretty good big three if he does go there. I mean
yeah, but
Giannis is probably Giannis and
the,
Bam.
I think the
Probably
story of him passing Kobe for the 83 one, and then two, him punching Tyler Hero in the face at Summer League is
yeah,
also another thing that he's going to look at and be like, well, that doesn't seem like a team that really likes each other, even when they're not together, right? And
yeah.
also, Pat Riley's an asshole. Don't do that. Um, they're all assholes over here, over there.
I mean he does love Spo. I do think him and
He
Spo
took your
still.
cookies, LeBron. He took your cookies off the plan. Okay,
Mhm.
he'll take your cookies again. Okay, we'll open up a LeBron cookie store and put them on the
Have
flight.
some
Okay,
tasty cake, LeBron. You'll love tasty cake.
LeBron. The golf is great too, as well. Get him to Marion and all these courses. Hey, I'll get you.
Squires.
I'll get you a tee time at Spring Mill, which my family owns. Okay, LeBron, I will get you any tee time you want at Spring Mill. It's not the best course ever, but for free every time. Come to Philly. Like I think they're a contender without LeBron. I do. I think this team's good enough to win a championship without LeBron because then if LeBron goes somewhere else, then they can use that extra roster spot for like a Jonas Valanciunas and a Mar DeRozan or something like that. And there are still guys out there that can
Yeah.
fill up the bench with one roster spot. I do think they're good enough right now to win a championship, at the very least, win the Eastern Conference. But if you get LeBron James, that goes up exponentially.
Hmm.
But we're really not going to have to. There's nothing else really to talk about with the Philadelphia 76ers and LeBron. I mean, Philon and Broom have looked good in Summer League, but that's
Yeah.
Summer League. And
I think Fallon had 25, 26 the other night.
uh,
He's gonna be. I mean, he's gonna be the point guard too. He's probably not gonna
he
start
had
over Edgecombe, but
he had
he's gonna be
24.
really good coming off the bench to replace Maxi.
It was 24 last night, and
Hmm.
Broom had like 22, and he looks really good defensively as well.
Hmm.
And they're playmaking together. And Philon looks like a legit point guard.
Yeah.
Maybe putting some pressure on Maxi to kind of just continue to take the jumps, right?
Hmm.
But just real quick before we leave, let's talk about the college football 27 whole controversy on release day. So if you live under a rock or just don't play video games, college football 27 in the offline modes of Dynasty and what's it called? Road to Glory.
Road to Glory. Yeah.
Yeah. They are offline modes with an option to play online Dynasty, but like I don't have enough friends to do that.
Hmm.
But they added microtransactions to upgrade your coach and your player faster while giving them your hard-earned schmeckles. Okay.
Hmm.
Um, go watch Bordeaux's first video and his second video in the response and his third video recapping the whole thing because he did a really good job. MMG did a really good job of
He
talking
was
about
probably
it.
Bordeaux was probably the leader of that whole movement.
Yes,
As
but
I
I'm
haven't
just
gotten the game
saying.
yet. I haven't gotten to get in the game yet.
Yes.
I was really excited. I saw the micro. I was not happy, but I'm a guy. I just want to play the game. I'm not spending money on it. You know, I have my hard-earned money. I'm not spending that on video games.
No.
So, and
And
I like a
and
guy like him.
and
He
not
calls out EA, and he's
yes,
him, and
and
we get the whole
not
community,
the
and they make change.
and especially not the offline modes where it's just like sometimes I throw it on rookie just to have fun. Like that's what I do in MLB and NHL, right? And
Hmm.
2K, I just turn it on easy mode and just like ball.
That's around, yeah.
Like that's the offline modes. That's the point of the single player sandbox modes.
Just to have fun.
Um, but
Be
go if
creative,
you
have fun.
if you want someone other than us two idiots talking about it and really go more in depth about it. Three guys I I watched that talked about it. Go watch Bordeaux, especially his 3 videos were great. He
Great. And
really did start. He did start the whole thing.
he works with EA, and it's important that people don't care about money. They call out stuff. Like he's
Um,
a good
Another
role
one
model.
was MMG the goat. Um, who has shit on EA for forever now. He doesn't even really work with EA anymore because he shits on them so much.
Mhm,
Respect. He doesn't care about the money. He doesn't care about the partnership. He's always been great. And also another one that's a little smaller, not the expert. He also spoke out about it. Was really great. And
mhm,
all the other guys that I didn't talk about, I think the guy Bengal, I don't really watch him too much, but he made a video about it. So go look that up if you don't want to absolute bricks talking about it.
yeah.
But then Friday night, the night I recorded my podcast of the Leo Carlson thing, they put out this statement on it about the microtransactions in Road to Glory and Dynasty. Thank you for your continued passion and incredible response to College Football 27. We love this game and sport. College football is and always will be about the sights, sounds, pageantry, and traditions atmosphere of Saturday. Sorry. In College Football 27, we aspire to deliver the deepest experience to date with all new Dynasty blueprint, new positions in Road to Glory, and the best college football gameplay yet. However, your feedback on Road to Glory and Dynasty is that we've missed the mark with the introductions of paid progression options. This was added independent of deeper mode progression with the aim to give players more choice. But what you've said is that they're not adding the value we intended.
Mhm.
Tomorrow morning, or yesterday morning, I guess, we remove all paid progression options from Road to Glory and Online Dynasty. And an unfortunate side effect of removing these paid progressions, the players that have college point balances in their wallets will not be able to apply the balances in Road to Glory or Dynasty. So jump in between now and then to apply your points. Can't do that anymore, loser that spent money on the stupid ass game. Um, our goal for live service plans in College Football 28 and beyond will be to deliver valuable features and content with greater transparency and communication. We're moving fast to respond to your feedback in game, so stay tuned for the follow up communications next week. We'll take you through more design details and share our goals for College Football 27. We love this game. We love this community. We love college football. CFB 27 is our third and best CFB game ever, and we can't wait to see you on the field. Your dev team, hashtag CFB Go Play.
And as someone, I mean, I'm not a big video game guy. This is like the only video game I ever play, and it's gonna. I mean, I haven't really started playing it yet. Maybe as we get further
Yeah.
in the summer when I have less work and more free time, I'll be. I mean, I'll spend hours playing Dynasty. I can't wait to just do that. That's one of the funnest things, just to
I
start a
started
Dynasty, customize your own conferences, and just make a team and just fly with them for
We
a
gotta
couple of
do an
seasons.
online dynasty actually.
Yeah,
I started NDSU rebuild not going well.
it's a hard one
Um,
because you got to get them up into the cold and Fargo. That's hard to get players out there.
it's not good.
Especially they just lost. I don't understand why that moved up to the FBS because the
I
whole
do. I
appeal
know.
is
I
that
like
if
that.
you
I
go
like
if
that.
you're no if you were going there, you're winning a national championship, and there's no way they win a national championship in this new FBS. They win them every couple years in
I don't
FCS.
know though.
They lost the poll. They're going to be. I think they're a good 7-5, 8-4 win team. They're going to be. It's a pretty good Mountain West this year though with Hawaii.
Yeah.
Hawaii's looking good with Alhado. UNLV has former Auburn quarterback Jackson and Oklahoma quarterback Jackson Arnold. New Mexico was really good last year. They're looking to be good again. Even though they lost all those really good teams, that'll be a fun conference to look out for.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Teams. North Dakota State, San Jose Spartan, San Jose State, UNLV is there also.
yeah.
Wyoming,
Dan Mullen,
U
like UNLV is
UTEP,
gonna be good.
UTEP, Air Force, New Mexico, NIU, who did beat a few years ago Notre
Yeah,
Dame.
I mean that's a one win that franchise or that school hold on to for 20 years. They have not been good since they beat Notre Dame.
Yeah, but there's
Which
cool. Their logo looks cool. Okay.
yeah, they got
um,
the wolf. But yeah, I mean
um.
that's all people are gonna remember them for forever probably.
Well, that's fine.
But yeah.
You know,
Hmm.
anyone who beats Notre Dame is a friend of mine. Okay. Um.
I
And
can agree to
besides,
that.
like the college football thing and the pay progression in the and the offline modes were ridiculous. I thought, but there's the detail we're leaving out that we cannot leave out. That Bordeaux made sure to say. MMG said this when they flew all the guys out to, all the creators out to like kind of like tell them about the game, their new features, whatever. They didn't tell them about these pay progressions. Not a word. MMG said, "Well, why are we seeing this 7 days after the early release? Right?
Mhm.
It's because they didn't tell us. They went
Because they want to
under
make
the
more money.
table. They went under the table, pulled the rug out from under the creators, and just put these in. And didn't tell them about it in Chicago
Hmm.
when they were hyping up the game, having them play it early, make videos early about it. Like that's a
Yeah, I mean, it's what evil corporations do. Most of them are evil at this point, but it's just sad to see lying to. I mean, they're just
it's
doing it for money. It's good that they were called out, and it's good the change was made. And I'm proud of Bordeaux and MMG and all those creators who made change.
um and I know Bordeaux said he's never going to work with EA again, and EA hates MMG, which makes sense
Oh,
because
he's probably if they made the change, I think he's more likely to work with them.
no, he said in his
Oh,
video,
really?
yeah.
Oh,
Shout out to
yeah, I'm
him.
seeing this tweet right now. We won a battle yesterday, but not the war. There's a reason I will still never
Also,
work with EA Sports College again.
yes, and also, and I'm interested to see if that means Madden too, or just college. Um, Another thing I'm interested to see about it is they also took out the sliders for faster progression for your player and your coach in Dynasty and Road to Glory. So I'm interested to see if they ever put those back in too, because it used to be fastest, faster, normal, slow,
Mhm.
slowest, but this year was just normal, slower, slowest. So I'm interested to see if they add back the faster, fastest thing.
Mhm.
Um, because I didn't use the fastest, faster thing to upgrade my stuff last year. So maybe that's why I suck at Dynasty and haven't won a national championship yet. Um, in the 3 years I've had a chance to. That's why
I
I'm
mean,
not
I
rebuilding.
think I was going too fast because I went with Kansas like 2 years in, and I'm like, this isn't that realistic.
That's why I got away from Coastal. Love Coastal. Might go there. Um, that's why I went away from him this year and went to NDSU. Because I need to switch it up. I
Mhm.
played like I don't usually get too far in the dynasties, um, but I haven't won anything yet, so I had to move away from Coastal, go to NDSU, where, you know, there was another factor into my decision to NDSU. Carson Wentz and Trey Lance, those are my guys. Okay,
Yeah,
I was a big advocate for both those guys in their careers, in the NFL, especially Carson Wentz.
neither of
Never
them. I
forget.
mean, Wentz did have that 1 year where he should have won MVP. He was robbed.
Colts Colts legend Carson
Colts legend
Wentz.
Carson Wentz. Oh,
You have
that
a
was.
Colts you have a Colts Carson Wentz
I
jersey
do have
because
a
I
Colts
gave
Carson
it to
Wentz
you.
jersey. It was
Because
a
I
gag gift, but
because
yeah,
because I gave
that
that
was a
to you.
time. That was a low point. One of many low points as a Colts. Yeah,
Listen, it wasn't his fault. Okay,
it
he's
wasn't
better
his
than
fault. He
Matt.
throws the ball 10 yards in for the receiver's head.
He was
Yeah,
better than Matt Ryan was the year after. Okay, so
yeah.
well, that's not a high bar.
That's not a high
That's not a
bar.
high bar. Matt Ryan was the worst quarterback I've ever
He
seen
was not
walk.
better than Philip Rivers. He was not. He was not better than
Yeah,
Daniel Jones either.
yeah, yeah. Daniel Jones, I guess, is still there. Yeah. Shit.
I'm not very
I've
excited for this next year.
I haven't even thought about football yet. Like I was watching hockey highlights because I'm a
I
hockey
can't
guy,
wait.
right? I was watching like Flyers highlights because they had the great year in the off season or whatever. And then it clicked to me, you're closer to football than you are hockey. What are you doing watching Flyers
Mhm.
highlights?
I got home.
I even I haven't thought about fantasy. I haven't thought about the Eagles. I haven't thought about my projections for who I think is going to win the division. I haven't looked at the schedules. I haven't read the magazines for fantasy. I haven't looked at the rookies. I haven't even thought about doing who I'm going to do a second league with my friends because we didn't do one last year. I haven't thought about any of it.
I'll tell you. I got home today from church. We got home about 12:50, and I'm like, got nothing to do for the next. Like best thing I can imagine right now is turning on the TV, watching the Colts play the Titans or the Browns at 1 o'clock on CBS, Just watching some shitty football. Just watching some shitty
Nothing
Daniel
like it,
Jones
man.
football. Just hand the ball to Jonathan Taylor, let him go ham with it.
I remember
I can't wait. This is the
I
worst
got
month of the year. Just all waiting.
actually, you know what this segment's called? We talk about random stuff, okay? And I remember a few years ago I was in Nashville for a hockey tournament, and me and my dad went to go see the Colts and the Titans. We were like right there. And I got to see some shitty AFC South football in person,
I loved
right
it.
there, and it was amazing. Ryan Tannehill, I believe, was still the quarterback for the Titans, and I was like, oh my god,
No,
they're
that
so
was. I
bad.
remember you were texting me. That was the Will Levis. That was a
Yeah.
game where Will Levis threw an interception, punched the ball out, and jumped on it. That
No,
was
yeah,
like
you're
the most
right.
Will Levis highlight ever.
No, yeah, you're right. It was Will Levis, and it was like, oh my god, what are we doing?
hmm And that game went to overtime. And do you know who won the
Oh,
game for the Colts? Colts legend
and
Alec Pierce, White
you're right.
Mamba.
Yeah, because I wasn't there, and it went to overtime because I had to go back home, and that was the same day the Eagles played the Niners. It was 2023,
Game that
and
ruined the season.
the Eagles got their ass kicked by Debo Samuel.
Yeah. And then
And
Debo Samuel fell off the face of the earth after that season.
and I remember I wore my AJ Brown Eagles jersey to troll the Titans fans, right? Because we got it, and you don't have them.
hmm
Little did I know. Um,
We don't need AJ Brown.
we don't need AJ Brown, okay?
I shouldn't be saying we. I'm not an Eagles fan, but Eagles don't need.
We don't need AJ Brown.
I was
But
watching some 18-19 Tua highlights.
Tua,
Devontae Smith will be enough. You
Devontae
might
Smith
need
will
it.
be enough.
And you just got Makai Lemon,
Kai
absolute
Lemon,
dog. He's more of a jump ball
Holly,
threat. He'll
Hollywood Brown.
I think with some development, Makai Lemon will take the spot of AJ. He is very talented. I think
Um,
if you're winning awards over Jeremiah Smith, I think you are very
fair,
talented.
fair. Um, but also about that game, I was trying to get people to be mad at me for the for wearing the AJ Brown jersey, and all those people from freaking Tennessee were like, "Oh, cool jersey, take care of him for us." I'm like, "Fuck you! I'm trying to get in a fight, okay?" I'm like, "What are we doing?" I'm from Philly. I was expecting like, I was thinking about it like wearing like a Crosby jersey to a Flyers game or something, and they didn't care. They did
I'll tell
not
you,
care.
people from the South, when it comes to NFL, they're a lot nicer than when it comes to college football.
They're too nice, okay?
Yeah,
I turned to my dad. I'm like, "Why are they not getting mad?"
if
They
that might have been
traded.
a
I said to my dad, I was like, AJ Brown got traded for peanuts, and he's having a great season this year for us, or at least last year he did. What? What? Why are they getting mad? He's like, they're nice. I'm like, fuck.
mhm,
I'm like,
Southern hospitality.
I'm used to Philly, okay? I'm used to seeing Rangers fans get peed up because they scored a goal and their team celebrated, okay? Or sometimes we fight each other. Um, and they were too nice, too nice. I'll get back to you next episode next week, or maybe
hmm
make an episode earlier than that, of me getting ready for football season. Um,
Yeah, I
it's
mean
bad.
yeah,
I haven't even thought about it,
I
which
can't
also
wait.
means which also means I have to think about school.
No, 1 year left.
I know, but can you hear that
Is that the Phils game?
with the music?
What is
Yeah,
that?
that's some random kid blasting music in his convertible, passing my house. Um, but unless you have something else,
Yeah,
to
I think
comment on,
that's. I got a hornet right around me. I'm a little on edge, but yeah, that'll be all.
I can tell.
That's all for me today. We
Um,
definitely next episode we're gonna be talking a lot of football, so get ready.
oh damn it, dude. Unless, oh, LeBron update. And I don't know how trustworthy this is, but any update we can get. LeBron James is expected to make his decision regarding free agency in this week.
Maybe we'll be talking a little. I mean, I feel like we keep restating the same stuff with LeBron, but we won't really know until he makes his decision.
Yeah. Um, but before we leave, a little Phil's update. It's the bottom of the eighth. Orion Kirkering, my goat, Orion Kirkering is pitching. It's 5-0 Phils. In the bottom of the eighth with one out. Looks good for as far as a win goes here. But yeah. Oh, Another thing. Did you watch the McGregor fight?
I saw a little. I didn't watch the fight live. I saw it on Twitter. I saw it was very underwhelming. I saw
He got
blew out his
hurt.
hamstring in 5 seconds. He blew out his hamstring in 5 seconds trying to roundhouse kick,
They're saying
and
they said ACL. Very unfortunate.
idiot.
I feel
Hmm.
bad for the guy, but it's also kind of like, well, the fuck. It was like 2 second fight, and it's the main card that people pay thousands of dollars to like watch. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And there are now 2 outs in the bottom of the eighth for the Phillies.
All right, I think that'll wrap it up for today, Pete.
Yep. So just a recap: USMNT sucks. Never will win a World Cup ever. Phillies look good. They're 2 games out of the NL East with a possible win today, and some Braves losses, maybe one. They're 53-43 on the season. Looking good.
We're looking pretty good going into the break,
Don't trade for Gurriel Jr. I will flip a table.
and try to get Mike Trout.
LeBron James might or might not become a Philadelphia 76ers. Who knows? Barn Filer Jr. looks like a.
Hopefully by when we record next week, LeBron James will be in.
Honestly, we'll probably record like the day after or the day of him signing.
Mm-hmm. That's going to be
LeBron and make a LeBron centric episode, even if he doesn't come.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. LeBron Philon Jr. and Janai Broom look good in summer league. Philon looks like a legit point guard, which might put some pressure on Maxey. Last and final thing was College Football 27 fixed their corrupt scheme that they had going on there with the microtransactions. And another thing, Backyard Baseball's out. Go play it. Very fun game on Steam. And I'm not ready for football season yet. And that's about it.
I can't wait. All right. That sounds good, Pete.
All right. Well, thanks for watching. If you have even got to this point, it's a longer episode, whatever. People don't watch these, whatever. But if you did, thank you. Go follow the Instagram, Philly for Pod on Instagram. I know Marcus did do that, so shout out to him.
Mm-hmm.
Go follow that.
Ryan Peterson also.
Go follow the yeah. So yeah, he did.
Shout out Ryan Peterson wherever you are.
Shout out Ryan Peterson, baby. Go follow the Twitter as well. And then I'll probably make a TikTok at some point because I have to post clips if I'm going to actually be a serious podcaster. But besides that, yeah, I'm the next Paul George, baby, podcaster. But that's all we have. That's all the time we have for you here today. I'm about to go fishing. Marcus is about to do whatever he's going to do. Thanks for watching or listening wherever you're listening from. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thank you.